Hello math students, this is Mind Over Math. Today is going to be on the difference between sine and sine inverse, cosine and cosine inverse, tangent and tangent inverse on the calculator. TRIG lesson is on using reciprocals and inverses to find angles when the trig ratio is unknown. And so to do this, we're going to use a chart that we've used for radians. We're going to find two solutions to angle T, and angle T, we're going to find the cosine of angle T, which is equal to the trig ratio. Remember, this is the trig ratio right here, and it's 0.8746. We're going to keep it between the interval in degrees. We're going to keep it in the interval between 0 and 360. Or we can do this in interval notation. Interval notation is 0 to 360, or if we're in degree, that's in degrees. If we're in radian mode, it's 0 to 2 pi. And so to do this, I wanted to use this circle. This is a unit circle, and around the end, outside is radians. You can see this online, and on the inside is degrees, 0 to 360, radians, 0 to 2 pi. Now, another name for cosine is x. So we look on the x-axis here, and you'll actually see right about in here is 0.8746. Now, obviously, I can't be right on the mark. And with a line that is parallel to the y-axis here, we're going to try to read the quantity right here, which is just below 30 degrees. It's actually 29 degrees. If you're in radians, it's about 0.51 or so. But also, what I want to bring to your attention is there's another answer down here where the cosine is equal to 0.8746, and that's down here in the fourth quadrant. And this is actually 331 degrees is another answer. Now, obviously, the calculator, when you do cosine inverse, will give you the 29 degrees. If you subtract 29 from 360, it will give you this 321 right here. So again, here's a close-up of it. Here you'll see the 29 degrees right there, and down here the 331 degrees. If you were in radian mode, this would be about 0.05 right there, and down here it would be about 5.75 or so, 74. So remember, you can use this chart to do this. This is a nice unit circle radian chart. But you can also do it on the calculator. Now, the calculator, all students take calculus, tells us that the answer would be in fourth quadrant and first quadrant. All students take calculus, so it is positive in the fourth quadrant, cosine is. And again, when you look it up on the calculator can only give you the first quadrant answer. It is not capable of giving you the fourth quadrant answer. But you can see over here again, the chart shows that this is true. Now, there's actually a difference here. If the problem is given this way, there's two solutions. If it's given this way as inverse cosine, there's actually only one solution. And so let's kind of go back. See, this is what this is saying. The cosine inverse only exists in first and second. It doesn't even exist in fourth. Doesn't exist there. So the most restricted function in this case is this restricts us to first and second. Okay, when it's in this form, it's all four quadrants. It's 1 through 4 when it's in this form. Okay, it could be all four quadrants. When it's positive, all students take calculus says it's going to be first and fourth. So that's a summary of looking up trig ratios. There is a difference between whether the trig ratio is written like this or whether it's written like this. Here there's only one answer, one quadrant, that's the second one. And then on top, there's two answers, two quadrants. Thank you. Hope this helps you out. In the upper right-hand corner, make sure you subscribe. In the upper left-hand corner, make sure you check out other videos. Likes are below and make comments on topics you need.